First Drew Hill review we did. Yeah.
Yeah, he asked me
But you
what
said you didn't know she
sometime
was joining
this
us though.
past week.
That's why I was like, I didn't. Yeah, this
Oh,
one.
I could have sworn I told you. My
No.
apologies. Oh man, this album took me brought back a lot of memories listening to this one. Drew motherfucking Hill.
Yeah.
DMV. Shit. Today feels more like a Monday than a Tuesday to me. I don't know if it's just me.
Hmm.
Yes, no, it's Tuesday.
I know today is Tuesday. I'm just saying.
It just gives
It
you
feels like a
somewhat of a
Monday to
Monday
you.
vibe because it don't feel like Monday was yesterday.
I guess I was off on Monday and stuff like
Oh,
that.
that must be it. Yeah.
Yeah, making me some tacos right now. Jesus. First of all, congratulations to all the Oscar winners.
Hmm. Yeah,
Well,
especially Michael B. Jordan.
Uh
that's the
huh.
that's the main reason why I want to say congratulations, Loki.
Yeah, because I was talking to my mom earlier. It's like it still blows my mind that only six black men have won the Oscar for Best Actor, and only one black woman is only one Best Actress. No one has won since Halle Berry
Mm.
That's crazy.
for the
Yeah.
Best Actress category.
Oscar's still so white.
Yeah,
Oscar's white
They
and
they threw us a bone. They said this is the only time you niggas are gonna win something. Everything else we're gonna give to Leo and to his director and all that.
mm.
in other words, they just said, "Here, nigga, take it down." Pretty much.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
But
Because I think there was one actress from the cast of Sinners who summed it up like from when she did her interview at the BAFTA Awards. It's like y'all want to celebrate the creativity, but y'all won't protect it.
period.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's all y'all really doing.
Yep.
Period.
Yep.
Also, Jack Harlow's black now, I guess.
What is that? What is going on with that? If that's supposed to be promotion for his album, I'm definitely not checking it out. I don't think he could rap anyway. So
My thing is, he didn't know who Brandy was. I just find it ironic he named the
What?
album when
wow.
Monica.
How you
That's the
not know
thing.
who Brandy is?
But you know who Monica is though.
That part.
Explain that.
Are
Explain
you
that.
serious? He know who Monica is, but
Well,
not Brandy? Are you
actually,
kidding me?
it's been said that Monica is supposed to be his way of saying my nigga, but he can't say nigga and shit.
No,
So
you're not
Of
allowed to
course,
say
you know
that.
he can't say it, cause,
You're not allowed to
cause
say
he'll
that.
end up getting canceled for it.
stupid fuck.
Who's
Mm-mm-mm.
signing these no talent people though? I don't understand.
Mm, who knows?
Motherfuckers that don't
Cause
know music.
yeah, cause I was
Not that.
discussing this with my mom like a couple of weeks ago, like saying like if she would have asked me who are these current people who are some of these current people now, I'd be like, Ma, I don't know what to tell you because half these folks out now I don't even listen to. So your
Right.
guess is as good as mine. Like,
They're just garbage.
yeah, because it's like nowadays it's not about the talent no more. It's just what
Nope.
your social media presence is like now. Like if you got this number of followers or your videos generating this many views and likes and whatever else, it's like that's the only thing that matters. And that's what they're really going off on now.
It's like it's all manufactured lab. It's like they don't even find talent's gonna be hot in 3 months and shit.
Right, and it's like before you know it, you're just going to end up having no hit one hit wonders or has beens.
Facts.
And how
Exactly.
are you going to maintain? Like,
That part.
if you're only gonna be known for just for that one song or that one video or that one album, then what?
Crazy.
Shit. Yeah. It's all a fucking cycle and shit. It's all some bullshit.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Then
all
we
that
got
is.
shit. Then we got fucking. It feels like the mid 2000s now. Britney Spears getting arrested for DUI. 50 Cent's beefing with everybody.
Yeah.
And sh-
Britney
feels like
Spears got arrested?
Yeah, cause when I saw heard about Britney getting arrested again, at first I was like, is this for real or y'all
Wow.
just playing? Like,
I didn't hear
oh
about that.
man,
all I can
I was
say
like,
was
man, that reminded me of when she kept getting in trouble with the law, like in the mid 2000s, like that
Yeah.
whole era when she shaved her head and was just like
Crazy.
was so over the paparazzi and all that stuff.
right.
I hope she doesn't have a repeat of that.
That's crazy.
I really hope she doesn't, cause I mean, well, all the stuff she's been through over the years, and
Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna check on something before we start.
all right.
Britney Spears. What is she doing now?
I don't know.
Crazy,
Cause
yo.
I can't remember what last time she like been on tour or had a residency in Vegas or something.
Is she a future Hall of Famer? Is she making the Rock and Hall of Fame?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything. I haven't
I
heard
don't
any
think I
buzz
don't think
about
she
that.
deserves it. I think Christina Aguilera will get in there before her.
Yeah, but then too, like they were both coming up during that time, and then they both were on the Mickey Mouse Club, like back in the day.
Wow.
Yeah,
Crazy, yo. Yeah, Jack Harlow, I'm not a fan of him. I'm definitely not listening to his album. I don't care who he's trying to imitate. All these album covers he's doing and he don't know who Brandy is. It's crazy.
I've never listened to a Jack Harlow album before, and I'm really not familiar with his stuff. But just the fact that y'all saying that he had no idea who Brandy was, I mean, I'm like, dude, where have you been? You been living under a rock?
Exactly. Yeah, he young. He don't know.
Wait, how old is he?
He young, man. He not from our age. He not from our era. He a young nigga. You
Oh wow,
know what I'm saying?
that explains it.
But that's still no excuse though. But all the technology these kids have, they gotta do their research.
And you
A lot
can
of them say
Google
they do.
stuff literally, because back then we actually had to look through freaking physical encyclopedias. Like, come on.
A lot of them say they do research like Little Yachty, and he clearly don't know what he's talking about. I
Oh
don't know
my
what research they
god,
were doing.
I don't listen to Yachty.
Yeah, not a fan.
Like I said, a lot of these new people I don't really listen to like that.
Yeah, they trash. They trash.
Uh,
That is what it is.
yeah, I don't, I
Blame
can't.
Drake. Yeah, he sound like Drake. He's like a white version of Drake. That's what he is.
Really?
Yeah, he's like a white version of Drake.
Mm.
Like if there was no Drake, there would be Jack Harlow.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Mm.
he's from Kentucky or some shit like that.
Mm. Yeah, you're right. He is from Kentucky. He's from Louisville.
Yeah, he's a white version of Drake.
Mm. Oh, he was born in '98. No wonder he didn't know who
Yeah,
Brandy was.
nah, that's no excuse. That's no excuse. He should. Brandy came out with Full Moon in what, the 2000s?
Yeah, yeah.
But he would have been like what, 3 4 years old. He should know who Brandy and Monica. You got your album nigga named Monica. I don't understand that.
Mm.
That's no
Well, even
excuse.
then, I mean, if you, cause come to think of it, what did he grow up with having black friends or something? I mean,
Who knows? I don't know. I don't know nothing about him. Who knows? He
yeah, I
don't
don't
look
know. I
like
don't know anything about him
he don't
either.
look like he grew
Like,
up with
I
black
don't.
friends. He looked like he grew up
Mm.
on the farm.
Mm.
You know? Yeah, he didn't grow up with no black people.
Mm.
Randy's coming out with a book. Sam, I know you're gonna be the first one in
Yeah,
line to
yeah,
get
yeah.
that.
I've been hearing about it because I kept seeing the pre-order for it on Amazon.
Sam gonna be the first one in line to get that. He got like a whole book collection.
Yeah, I got a lot of books too. So
Yeah.
yeah, but for right now, I'm kind of holding off on that because I got enough books.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
Good,
back.
good, good.
All right.
Okay. Sorry about that. What were y'all just talking about?
We talking about dinner. Did you make your 4-course meal today?
I just made some tacos and I'm done making them.
Give me some tacos.
Taco
But
Tuesday.
hell yeah, Taco Tuesday. Yeah,
I keep telling Reg he needs to go live while he's cooking. You'll get a whole bunch of views like that.
that's coming up soon. I want to cook
Cooking with
something.
Reg.
I want to cook something unique for that one day.
Unique. What you gonna make some enchiladas or some shit?
All right. Well, let's get started. Let's get started with this review. How y'all motherfuckers doing? It's your boy Reg in the building. I got my homeboy trying the building with me, talking
Oh,
shit about my food and shit.
happy St. Patty's Day to all the Irish. I'm not Irish, but I got green on.
Shit,
Oh
I got
yeah,
my
happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
homegirl Ashley with me and
What up?
everything like that too. And before I start, I want to also say a quick rest in peace to Kiki Shepard, the original co-host on Showtime at the Apollo. They said she passed away last night due to a heart attack or
Yeah.
some shit. I don't know. It's crazy. But
Mm.
Showtime at the Apollo. Me personally, I've always liked like the show in the late '80s, early to mid '90s, and everything like that too. I've always said that was like the next stage after like Soul Train and everything like that too. That brought
Hmm.
like a lot of New Jack Swing, R&B, hip hop acts. Even had some legends that also came up there, and of course, the whole amateur night and everything like that too. I mean, classic
Yeah.
show.
Mm.
Rest in peace, Kiki Shepard. Excuse me. So the album that we are going to do tonight is Drew Hill with their second album, Enter the Drew. This album came out in 1998 on Island Def Jam, Island and stuff. This album consists of members Cisco, Jazz, Nokio, and Woody. This album is known for singles called How Deep Is Your Love, These Are the Times, Beauty, and You Are Everything. Producers, they got that budget now, so Baby Dave, Babyface,
And
all
that's
a
not
lot of
always
me.
good.
Warren Campbell,
Wow.
Dutch, David Foster, James Woody Green, Woody, Nokio. Pretty much, Drew Hill also did production on this album. Daryl Simmons, very underrated producer. That's like Babyface's understudy right there.
Yeah.
Mm.
Um, and Damon Thomas and Ralph Stacy. Damon Thomas being part of the Underdogs production duo. And guest appearances include Chinky Brown Eyes. What kind of fucking name is that? Okay, Method Man, and that's pretty much it. So this album was very anticipated when it was coming out in 1998. So after the release of their self-titled first album, which we've all done a review on that,
Mm.
um, they pretty much was still popular. They was contributing songs to, like soundtracks and stuff like that too. Most notably on the Soul Food soundtrack, "We're Not Making Love No More." That was a dope ass song.
Mhm.
That was actually produced by Babyface. They did a cover of "She's a Bad Mama Jama" with Foxy Brown.
He's a bad man.
Yes, rest in peace,
That was
Carl
fire.
Carlson. By the way,
Mm.
that was for
Yes.
the "How to Be a Player" soundtrack, which I think we talked about. I never liked the movie, but the soundtrack was fire. I've never really been a
Yeah, I ain't
big
care
Bill.
for the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Y'all ain't
like
like the movie?
I've never really been a
No.
big Bill Bill. Bill he's okay, but it was like
Bill
one of
Bellamy.
those late '90s cheesy black movies I just didn't care for.
Yeah.
I put that on the same level like Booty Call, even though Booty Call is that had sexy as
Booty Call. That shit was crap too. I
getting
didn't like
fucked
that
on.
movie. Fuck no, that movie. That movie was trash. Did
Jimmy
not like
Fox
it.
in that hair. Jamie Foxx with
Yeah, I
the
didn't like
hairstyle.
that. Yeah, he looked
I
like Chris
cannot
Brown.
take him seriously with that hairstyle back
He look,
then. I'm sorry.
Also, quick shout out to Starship, by the way.
he looked like
Um,
Chris Brown in that phone, yo.
Mm,
he had the old dog from Menace to Society on that shit.
Right, yeah.
Shit.
mm.
I also too, Cisco also collaborated with Tri's favorite singer Maya on
Oh
her
God,
first two singers.
trash. she,
It's all
What do
about
you
me.
got against her?
she cute. She can't sing. I Ashley, you know that. You listen to real singers like us. You know that bitch cannot sing.
Hmm,
Pretty face. But
Wow.
She can't sing a lick. I would never pay to see Maya in concert. Never.
I
funny.
saw her live on the Queens of R&B show not last year, I want to say year before last. She did all right. She
What?
wasn't
What?
terrible.
What? Was she really singing or was she using autotune?
She was really singing. She
Really?
wasn't on no
Wow.
auto tune stuff.
Maybe
Yeah.
she got a. Maybe she got some training now.
Shit, Tri's funny as hell.
Wow, man.
Also, what was also notable about those two Maya songs was the fact that Cisco also co-written those songs as well too. So that's also interesting. But
Mm.
whenever there's something good,
Exactly. She's an entertainer, not a singer.
whenever there's something good, there's always some controversy on the horizon. So, 1997, they actually got into it with one of the island employees named Keith Ingram when there was a
Mm.
fight when Keith Ingram filed a lawsuit. I mean, not Keith Ingram, but Drew Hill filed a lawsuit against Island Records to get out of their contract because
Mm-hmm.
they had a fight over promotion, and Keith Ingram got hit over the head with a pool cue and shit like that too.
Yeah.
Um, and so pretty, yeah, it was
Yeah, they
crazy,
talked about it in their unsung episode.
dead ass. And so this caused like a lot of legal issues. They were trying to get out their contract. Plus, they feel like they weren't compensated right. They feel like they didn't really have a lot of creative control, and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? It even got to the point that the late great Jesse Jackson even got involved and stuff like that,
Mm.
where he actually met with Polygram's chairman and stuff like that, Alan Levy, because Polygram owns Island Def Jam and all that shit too.
Jesse Jackson got involved with Drew Hill.
Yeah.
I
Mm.
did not know that.
I didn't know that.
What did he? Does he listen to this group or no?
Hey.
Who knows if he did?
Jesse
Rest in
was
peace, Jesse Jackson.
Rest
That's
in power to him, man.
a
yeah.
public enemy to Drew Hill.
Public enemy
Okay.
to Sonic. Don't forget
Right.
Sonic too.
Okay.
Oh Lord, y'all.
Wow.
And also too, what was interesting was the fact that a lot of shit happened and they settled their lawsuit with Island Records and they issued a joint statement with the label and stuff like that too. So this led to them also doing more executive producing and more creative control on the album. Now, when we talked about the first Drew Hill album, long story short, we did say there was a lot of Jodeci S songs.
Mm.
Now, the good news is they kind of trimmed down on the Jodeci esque on some occasions, but
It's still on
it's like
here.
we'll talk about that. But
We'll get into that.
it's like they were listening more to Timbaland and Aaliyah, because when I heard this album, you can tell they were influenced by Aaliyah's One in a Million album,
I can hear
Timbaland
that.
and some of the shit by Timbaland and Magoo. And didn't Timbaland work with Jodeci in the Diary
Yeah.
of a Madman
Yep.
and
Yes,
the
he did. So
show,
did
the
Missy.
party?
So did Missy.
You said what?
So did
Yep.
Missy
So
on the second and third
Missy,
album. Yeah.
yes. And so it's funny too because once we get to the creative control, then we get to more of the members want to do solo songs. Now, here's the thing. What many people also fail to realize is the fact that all four of the members had plans to also do solo albums at the time too.
Mm-hmm.
However, Woody wanted to be a gospel artist and shit like that. He didn't go too well. And then Jazz had his solo shit that wasn't going to be promoted too well. Nokio, he pretty much ended up being a producer. He produced classic songs like DMX is What You Really Want, Capone and
CNN.
Noriega's Y'all Don't Wanna, yes.
Yep. Eve.
The Reunion is to this day still a classic album.
Fire.
But then we have Cisco, and We gonna talk. That's an album. That's all. You know what? I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave it right there. But you ever notice how a lot of times in the '90s, think about your favorite R&B group. There's always that second or third album where they want to overexpose that one singer and shit like that too. And this album was pretty much Cisco's 2 week notice, or this coming out party, because he never really left Drew Hill, because he still was in Drew Hill when he went solo and shit too. But
Man.
you know, Drew Hill, a lot of these songs Cisco was doing his typical all that crazy ad libbing he was doing. Long, um, long story short, I just want to spoil out that I don't care for how deep is your love. We'll talk about that.
Oh
We'll
man,
talk about
that's
that.
one of my favorite songs on here.
We'll, we'll, I'm gonna explain why. I'm gonna explain why.
Okay.
We're kind of getting ahead of ourselves.
We're getting ahead of ourselves, but this album screams 1998. The whole heavy synth, the extravaganza of R&B music at the time, because it's like 1998 in R&B. Everybody wanted to party. You had Faith
Mhm.
Evans with her second album. I think it's called Keep the Faith, which is
Keep
my
the Faith,
favorite. My favorite Faith Evans album. Then Brandy's Never Say Never. That she kind of went a bit more hip hop, but still R&B with that one.
Yeah.
No, not that one.
What?
Not that one, Q. You're not talking about the Bee Gees song. The single. That's the song that they have already.
Yo, let's not disrespect the Bee Gees, man. That How Deep Is Your Love by the Bee Gees, that still slaps to this day. I don't give a fuck what
Yeah.
no one say. Like, I
Definitely.
don't give a fuck. Give me that song over that Drew Hill song. I don't give a fuck. But yeah. So this album really signifies that whole 1998 of 1990, because 1998 was a good year for music, R&B, hip hop, and shit like that. So as you can see, Enter the Jew is a play on the Bruce Lee movie Enter the Dragon, classic
Mhm.
Bruce Lee shit. Rest in peace, Bruce Lee. Um, I'm gonna be real with you. I never liked this album cover. I'm gonna be real with you.
Wow.
I don't know what the fuck Cisco is doing. It's like he's trying to seduce me and some shit like that too. I don't know. Um, then this motherfucker right here is doing some weird facial expression. I'm just like y'all, y'all.
Wait, was that Woody or Nokia?
I think that is Nokia. I think that's Nokia, but I could be wrong. But oh wait, let me show y'all the booklet. I'm tripping. Now all of a sudden these niggas wanna be Asian now and shit. Like
Yeah, you know that was like a cliche in R&B. It's like
yeah,
Yeah.
the
I swear to God. And you know they got the lyrics in the booklet, which is a lost art now.
right.
And shit.
Yeah,
So
because
this is
you don't see that anymore.
No.
right. This is
You don't see
Woody,
that no more.
auditioning to be a member of Wu-Tang Clan with that pose right there.
Oh.
Hey,
Jazz.
you got a Wu member on the album.
Jazz praying that this nigga Cisco will shut the fuck up. Um, of course, Cisco thinking he the R&B Don and shit right there. Until R. Kelly slapped his ass. And then, last but not least, we got Nokio and shit like that, looking like he fucking Two Face from Batman right here and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. But despite all what I have to say, this is actually my favorite Drew Hill album. I've always said this many years on this channel. This is my favorite Drew Hill album, and we about to find out why. So this album got about 17 tracks, and we're gonna start off with Enter the Jew interlude, which you have like this like cop. Shout out to Lady Red in the building. Shout out we have all those cops and shit like that. Talking about back up, back up. It's kind of like what happened in the first album. It's like everybody breakaway. Drew Hill's about to come out and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So as you can tell, highly anticipated and shit like that too, because I think this album was originally supposed to come out really like early '98 or mid '98, but it got pushed back. I think it got pushed back, but I could be wrong. But yeah.
I like the interlude. It had like some helicopter. It's played out like a little cinematic movie.
Right.
Got like the guy in the helicopter, talking his shit, and it was alright.
Yeah, the interlude was okay. I get what they were trying to go for, like give that like theatrical opening for the album. It
That's
was okay.
definitely. Yeah, this is 1998. That whole. Did y'all hear what I just said?
Nah,
No.
yeah, bro.
My fault. This was cutting out. I said, you know, this was near Y2K. Everybody wanted to be all
Yeah.
scientific and everything like that too. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So
Right.
now we're gonna move on to track number 2, "Real Freak," featuring Chinky Brown Eyes. So this song right here definitely a real contrast to the more mellow to mid tempo first album. This was a Cisco solo track and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Very dope song. You can definitely hear the not the Timbaland influence on the production, especially those fucking drums too. How tight those drums were and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? This whole Chinky Brown Eyes. That were actually Chinky Brown Eyes was actually part of the girl group that was on Def Soul. They were discovered by Cisco, and they pretty much, to put it bluntly, they were to Drew Hill what Black was to TLC, if
Oh
that makes
God,
sense.
I don't even remember
Mm.
them. Don't remember them.
Yeah, I don't remember. I know they were on Cisco's albums and stuff like that too. They actually dropped an album back in '02, I think.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then Def Soul dropped them because at that time they were going through label issues at that time too, so they were trying to get rid of the dead weight. So, but yeah, this song right here was pretty solid for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
I didn't like it. It's the beat sounds outdated. It sounds like something Timbaland would have did for Aaliyah.
right.
But it doesn't. It doesn't sound. It doesn't. It just sounds like. It sounds like when this album came out. It doesn't sound like nothing that's timeless.
Definitely.
Yeah, I didn't care too much for this song either. I did not like it. I didn't like
Oh wow.
nothing about the song. Yeah.
Oh wow. So I guess I'm the only one that likes this song, and that's surprisingly
We already started off to a bad start, Reg. What does that mean?
because
Well,
because long story short, the non Cisco heavy songs are like my favorite tracks on this album and
Really?
stuff like that. Yeah,
Wow.
we'll
Wow.
talk about that now. How deep is your love? Tell me what you love. This fucking track right here. Jesus Christ. I never cared for this song, to be real with you. I like it now more because I like the remix with Redman,
Yeah.
everything like that too.
Mm-hmm.
And that was at the time when Redman was on fire and shit. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? This song's also on the Rush Hour 1 soundtrack, and it's actually
mhm.
their most successful song. I'm just like, this shit,
Really? That's the most
this
successful
I
song
did
ever.
not know
this
that.
song, really?
Wow. That's crazy.
Jesus Christ. Give me in your bed any day, but it is
In my
ironic too
bed.
because
In
I
my
like the
bed.
remix, but I never cared for the original. But then when it comes to In My Bed, I like the original, but I never
You
cared
know,
for
like
the
a
remix.
remix.
Mm.
What
Yeah.
should I tell you and shit?
I have no
But
idea.
I just don't like this song because Cisco is it's just that fucking weird vocaling he being and stuff like, "How deep is your love for me? Tell me what it's gonna be." And then the video too, he's all in the building. I'm just like, this motherfucker doing the fucking most. Clearly, I'm not the biggest. I like Cisco. He can sing for the most part, but when he does the most, when he does that whole weird ad lib, I was like, okay. Now I know why R. Kelly dissed your ass in Rap City.
They
Mm.
don't sound alike though, so I don't understand.
Hmm.
I like this song. And I'm not a Drew Hill fan, but I think this is one of the songs that I fuck with from them. I like this song, like the original version, but you know the one with Redman was fire. Redman was hot as ever on that during that time on Def Jam, and this is like what same year as Doc's Name when that came
Yeah.
out. Classic album, and I love the remix with Redman, but you know I could still bump the original version. I just thought like the beat was fire, the bass line. You know, I remember the video. They played the video like every day. You know, it was great. So I like this one. I think this is like one of my favorites on the album.
I remember hearing this song at the end of the first Rush Hour movie. That was how I first heard this song. And every now and again, like if I hear this like every couple of like years or so, I mean, I like it, but if they keep overplaying it for a certain period of time, then it's kind of like I'm kind of over it. So I guess you could say I kind of have a love hate relationship with this song. Don't get me wrong, it's not terrible at the same, but at the same time, it's not my favorite. If that makes sense.
Right.
Nah, I get what y'all saying. Definitely get. Yeah. Track number 4. This is what we do, featuring Method Man. Now we're talking and shit like that. Too, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you.
Mhm.
I like this song, but this could have easily been Method Man featuring Cisco on some real shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Method Man slid through that fucking beat, doing his fucking thing on this one in here too. Um, I don't know why this song was not a single. I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? Because at that time in '98, Method Man
Mhm.
was definitely at his prime at that time. He just dropped to Cal 2000 and shit like that too.
Right.
Which I think that album came out a month before this album came out. You know what I'm saying? And I think Takal 2000 was actually his best selling album. I could be
Mhm.
wrong and stuff like that too. But yeah, Cisco did his thing too. But Method Man, he just ate this song.
Yeah, this was dope, man. Like the beat was fire. The piano loop on it, meth. You know, you got some bars on here, baby laughing, earrings in both nipples like Janet Jackson, busting out her latest fashion, or the smashing. Loved his verse on here. There should have been a single. You know, like you have both Red and Meth on the drill album. Like I feel like Def Jam picked the wrong singles. Maybe
They
you
did.
know they should have definitely released this as well.
Yeah, this song it wasn't. Excuse me, it wasn't half bad. I would have said the same thing as well. Like this probably could have been like I don't know, like a B side to one of the songs that were hits or something.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah,
yeah, it was a good collab on here.
Dope, definitely.
that's how I would have promoted the single. Like you come out with how deep is your love first, and then B side is the Method Man joint.
Hmm.
That, especially Method Man and Redman, that would have definitely been
Right.
promotion for the Black
Yeah,
Hat album.
Yeah.
Stuff like.
Exactly. Yep. Facts.
All right, next track we got is "Holding You." Excuse me, this is a jazz solo track right here. Now we finally hearing members from other people in Drew Hill and shit. Um, very, very, very dope song. This was kind of more on the R&B side of things and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like this one. This one's pretty straight. This one's pretty fire.
Yeah, this is dope. I love the beat on it, the synthesizers. You know, who's singing on this? Is this Woody that's singing or Jazz?
Jazz.
Jazz. I like Jazz vocals, and he makes a phone call to like a shorty, and they talking freak on the phone, and you hear like thunderstorms in the background, and it was a dope mid tempo track.
yeah, I'll admit, holding you was pretty good. I mean, I like this one more than the second track on here, and I feel like it definitely showcased jazz on this album, just like they did on the first one. But I
Definitely.
feel like every guy should have had like their moment to shine a whole lot more versus Cisco being the main person to sing like most of the songs.
Right.
I agree. But Cisco was their bread and butter and shit like that too. You know what I'm
Every
saying?
every group had that though. Every group has that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I feel that they did handle the whole Cisco exposure thing pretty tamer compared to other groups. Because around this time, like a 1 year, like 1 or 2 years after this album came out, Destiny's Child,
Hmm.
that first incarceration blew up and everything.
Right.
and Escape. After that, Traces of My Lipstick album, which is a very dope album.
Yeah.
They broke up, of course. So and then even in the pop side of things, NSYNC and
Uh-huh.
everything like
Hmm.
that too. When Justin, he had that one song back in the mid, I think it's called Girlfriend.
Yeah.
Or whatever that shit was. Was it?
That that was on the NSYNC album.
Yeah. So it's always that shit, you know what I'm saying? But Drew Hill, they handled it slightly better. I just wish that we could have at least gotten some more solo albums from the other group members, but
Right.
it is what it is.
But I mean, well, what's stopping them? It's not Cisco. So what stopped them from Jazz having a successful solo career or Woody?
I mean, that's a good question. Sometimes, when they try to do it the first time and stuff like that too, they didn't really promote it that well. So it's just finding the right marketing or hell, even going indie, but you never
Mhm.
know.
Yeah,
Sometimes
that's true.
sometimes these artists also don't mind making their money from touring and shit like that too.
Hmm.
Right. Right.
But that's besides the point. Track number 6 is I'm Wondering. Um, this is another one of my favorite tracks on the album and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Um, Pretty much what I got from this one song is pretty much talking about how curiosity, if this girl, your lover, still has feelings for you, curiosity that, long story short, am I doing what I have to do to be the man in her life, if that makes sense and shit, you know what I'm saying? So this definitely was a dope track. Again, there were more on the R&B side of things on this track right here, which I kind of prefer more. And I'll talk about that once we get to the end of the review and shit.
I think it was dope, man. It had a dope beat. Cisco killed it vocally. I love the background singing by the group. This was fire.
Yeah, I'm wondering. I feel is one of those songs that got slept on.
Definitely. Because, it didn't have Cisco yelling and shit like that. That's why it got slept on and shit.
Mm.
But yeah, so yeah, this one was pretty straight. I want to say this was definitely Nokia, Woody, and Cisco. Actually, I think all the members contributed to it, but I think Nokia was the main lead because he pretty much was the main writer on this track and shit.
Right.
Mm. Track number 7, You Are Everything. Um, this one was pretty straight. This is vintage Drew Hill and stuff like that too. So this is another song that was notable because it had a remix that featured Ja Rule. And this was pretty much one of the first songs that really broke him out there next to Jay Z's Can I Get Up and stuff like that from the Volume 2 Hard Knock Life. And I think that was also on the Rush Hour soundtrack too, I think, and stuff too. That Rush Hour soundtrack has some bops, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yep.
Yep.
I need to get my hands on that Rush Hour soundtrack. Damn.
Yeah.
But and that was when Def Jam was releasing all them soundtracks at that time too, like How to Be a Player, Rush Hour. I think they also no Soul Food was Love Face and stuff, but yeah, man. Now the remix was cool, but this is ironically I prefer the OG version and stuff like that too. And ironically, Cisco was singing Wow. But yeah, this one was pretty straight.
Yeah. This one was it's cliche. It has cliche lyrics. You are everything and everything is you. Where have we heard that from before? Mary J.
You
Blige,
are
We heard that
everything
from the
and
Stylistics.
everything is
Stylistics,
mhm.
right? You know what I'm saying? That like it had like some cliche lyrics, and then on top of that, it sounds like a Jodeci record.
Mm,
Still can't get that Jodeci esque out of the system.
I'm saying
right.
this is Jodeci 2.0 right here.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, you are everything. I really didn't care too much for this track, and then too, like, we've heard
Oh
this
man.
exact title song on so many other people. Like try to mention, it's like have something else, because I mean we've heard it all before in some way, shape, or form.
This is interesting. Okay, interesting. All right. Next track is "I'll Be the One." This one was okay. I like the smooth. It's good.
Yeah, it was
Right.
it was cool. It had a nice slow beat. Nice good background vocals. Nice melody.
Yeah, I'll be the one who was decent.
Right. Yeah, it's just fucking filler and shit like that too.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
just a placeholder. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Excuse me. Now we got "Nowhere Without You" interlude. This one was pretty straight and everything like that too. Just a interlude, leading up to the next song. Vocally, they were doing their thing, so it's alright.
Yeah, it had nice pianos on this. Not piano playing, background vocals. The beat was dope.
Yeah, I heard this interlude when I saw them live. I want to say what, like 2, 3 years ago, because I was like, okay, as I was listening to it earlier, I'm like, okay, I know I heard this before. I'm like, yep, that explains it.
Right.
And yeah, because they did this for the Summer Jam concert that in July of 2023. So I remember hearing this. It was pretty good, but to me, I don't know. I felt like it was somewhat weird for them to put another interlude in the middle like this. Like they
Right.
could have to me, I feel like they could have ended the album off with this, saying thank you to the fans and all that stuff. That's just my take.
No, I don't blame you on that. I don't, because it does have like a finale feel to it. But
Yeah, that's what I felt like when I was listening to, like, it's good, but they could have put it like for the final track on here.
I feel you. But I think they did that because the second half of the album was more ballad heavy and stuff like that
Mm,
too. So they probably did that as a way to transition because the first half was like more we're gonna go out party now give you love all that shit. But the second
mm,
one it's like more smoother and let's pull out some baby face and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Wink, wink, wink and shit.
Right.
But yeah, man. But I definitely see what y'all saying. It does have. I definitely agree with y'all and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Um, and now we're gonna move into another one of my favorite ones. One Good Reason. This one right here is probably my favorite track on this album, probably, and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So this one right here features singing from Jazz and Cisco, mostly on the lead vocals and stuff like that too. I kind of feel like Jazz did his thing on this one and stuff too. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he definitely stole the show. What I got from this record was the fact that that's nice. What I got from this record was the fact that a man struggling to express his emotions to his lover, telling him how he feels, that sometimes he feels like he's not cherished enough in his relationship and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Like when I hear the beat, it definitely gives me like black wedding vibes and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Cisco did his thing on this one too. You know what I'm saying? He kind of restrained himself vocally, but I feel like Jazz stole the show on this one. This is definitely my favorite track.
Where we at number 9?
Yeah, one good reason.
mm-hmm.
Oh, track 10. Yeah. This was a nice ballad. Um, Definitely like the slow beat, the chords on this. Great singing. This was a bop. I definitely like this ballad.
Yeah, this wasn't a bad ballad at all, and I think the fact that like jazz being used vocally on here, I think was what stood out to me the most, and then I guess the messaging behind the song. It's like you'd never really hear men sing songs about like being unable to express their feelings in this sort of manner, you know. And I don't think
Nah.
I've ever heard anything like that since then.
Facts.
Yeah, yeah, he definitely was on his vulnerable bag with this one and shit like that
Hmm.
too.
Hmm.
Like, it definitely sounds like something that Tony Rich Project would have done for that first album. Which I need to get my hands on that album, man.
Yeah.
Shit, damn, that
We
album's
was
hard.
talking about that. Mark Nash was talking about that like last week.
Yeah, I remember. I remember on
Mhm.
glancing and shit. Shout
Yeah.
out to Mark Nash, by the way. Shout out to him. Uh, Next we got another interlude, Angel interlude. Um, another. I feel like this interlude is kind of funny though. I'm not gonna hold you
Uh,
and shit like that too because
Mm.
it's like Woody was on his Devontae Swing kind of shit, just talking, giving that deep voice and shit.
right.
Jodeci influence, wink wink. And he's talking about why people didn't really hear his voice and shit. But he kept saying like, well, I was singing, y'all just didn't hear me, but I guess I have to show y'all motherfuckers what I can do and shit like that too. So it leads into the next song, Angel and stuff, which that's another very dope record right here too. You know what I'm saying? Again, this was more of the sensual side of Drew Hill and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Talking about how reminiscent of the girl that he used to fuck with, but then he let slip away and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Another favorite track of mine and shit. You know
Bill Bellamy said the same thing.
what?
That he let Janet Jackson slip away from him.
Man,
Mm.
a lot of niggas fumble with Janet Jackson, Jermaine Dupri, Bill
Right.
Bellamy.
No,
Yeah.
Jermaine actually was with her though.
Yeah, but he cheated on her. That's still fumbling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
I mean, well, Bill is saying they had a friendship and he wanted it to be more, but he fumbled it.
Mm.
So there's that.
Because he wanted to be a player. That's why he had a
See,
whole fucking movie,
Mm.
that's what happens.
whole fucking movie and shit.
You know, the thing that I agree with Woody that what I said this about Escape. Like they like Escape, all four of them can sing their asses off, but they
Hmm.
didn't give a lot of mic time for Tiny. And
Nope.
Tiny like the one song, Understanding, everybody know because she killed it on that one.
Yeah.
Right.
But why couldn't we get Tiny on more lead vocals on the other albums? You know what I'm
True.
saying? It was
True.
all about Latasha and Candy. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? With Drew Hill, Drew Hill has more than one great singer, but all we hear is Cisco.
Mm.
You know what I'm
And you know
saying?
what's
So,
funny, Tribe?
uh,
I don't mean to cut you off, but
yeah,
when I was watching Escapes Unsung, they actually
Hmm.
got back together in the mid 2000s, but
Yeah.
Ti, because Ti and Tiny were dating at that time and shit
right,
like that.
Hmm.
He tried to get Tiny to sing more and shit, and that didn't go through. And of course, we all know what happened with that shit. So
right.
Right.
Yeah, but it's like what at the same time, it's like if Woody was the first to leave, right? Was he the first to go?
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
he
what
was.
happened to his solo career? Like you the first to leave the group. You know what I'm saying? If you leave the group like this and you all are going multi platinum, you better have a plan in place where I'm leaving the group and I'm trying to be my own platinum selling artist, and he couldn't do that.
Mm.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when Bobby Brown left, we back then we thought he was crazy. I'm like, Bobby Brown is leaving New Edition to do what? You know what I'm saying? And he proved us wrong. It's like, yo, like
Yep.
I got talent and I'm gonna show y'all, and that's what he did.
Now wait a minute. Now let's not forget when he came out with that girlfriend.
But that was dope. It's just that it wasn't promoted by the label though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
It
it
wasn't.
took him
Yeah.
to he had to link up with Teddy Riley and Babyface to come out with his
Mm-hmm.
true
He's like,
solo
nah,
album.
nigga, I don't want to sing this new edition reject shit. Off.
Right, right. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like, suppose that didn't happen, he would have been like Woody.
Mm.
Shit.
You know, I mean, Woody could sing. I just felt like he should have been. It should have been equal time for both him and Jazz on the mic, and we didn't get that. It was Cisco was the face of that group, and
Yeah.
sometimes you have groups where you have the leader, and it's only the leader that got the talent. But then you got those groups that it's like two, three members, maybe four, that they all can sing, but they'll never get that equal mic time like the leader.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm. But yeah, man. So, Ash, you said what you had to say about Angel too, right?
The interlude or the song?
Both of them.
Okay. All right. The interlude was good. I mean, I think that was really like the first time I ever actually hear Woody speak on the
Mhm.
album. And then the transition to the actual song itself was pretty good. I had nothing against the song. It wasn't a bad ballad, you know. But I feel
Right.
like yeah, I feel a lot of the other guys weren't utilized enough in comparison to, of course, Cisco as well, and just like in other groups like y'all just mentioned, like Escape and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you got the
Right.
talent that's there. I mean, the people who make up the core and that dynamic of that group is like if you're not using them to their full potential and all these things and what's gonna keep that money train going with album sales and viewership with the videos and things like then what are y'all doing?
What label what label was both Jazz and Woody on when they went solo? Was it Def Jam?
It was still that Deaf Soul, yeah.
So
Mm,
why didn't the label put as much promotion into them like they did with Cisco?
mm,
Because
You know what I'm
because
saying?
by that,
Because like, if you look at it, like when New Edition, when they had their hiatus and everybody did they solo thing, they all were on the same label. Like they MCA promoted Bobby Brown, like they promoted BBD, like they promoted Ralph Tresvant. The only one that was on a different label was Johnny. He was over at Motown, right? But they all promoted those artists, so like all that money is going back into the label. How come Def Soul didn't do that for Woody and Jazz?
that's a good question.
mm,
But I feel like it was just label transitions at that time because they were going through label folding and different ownership and stuff like that too. So that's what I personally think.
Right,
But they wanted to quick out, hurry up and ship out Cisco shit, because
right,
mm-hmm.
Unleash the Dragon, that was a big album and shit that carried him honestly from '99 to 2000, really.
right.
Shit. But yeah, man. Track number 13, What Do I Do with the Love? So this was written by the 37 Oscar-nominated songwriter Diane Warren, and it's gonna be some sentimental shit and stuff like that too. Cause Diane Warren, she written for plenty of people from Chicago to Celine Dion and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So they were trying to get that international flavor, that international shit. But this one was pretty straight. This one was pretty straight for the most part. Pretty sentimental. I think vocally is definitely one of the strongest songs on the album as well too. So if Diane Warren writes a song, you got to put out your best A plus vocals and shit.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean they definitely did they thing on here. It was a nice ballad. Everybody vocally they did their thing on here.
Definitely.
Yeah, what do I do with the love? It's vocally was pretty good, another one of those ballads that really it was really good.
Definitely.
Hmm.
Yes, yes. Again, the ballads to me were like the creme de la creme when it comes to this album, especially that's the second half and shit. And we're gonna go into one of my all-time favorite Drew Hill songs, "Beauty." Man. This song right here. Let me tell y'all, motherfuckers, something. And don't laugh. But if you're not doing something right and you got this song playing, you don't deserve to be a man. That's all I gotta fucking say. And shit. That's all I gotta fucking say and shit. But very dope song. It just talks about yearning for love and stuff like that too, showing pretty much just bigging up the love and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Internal love, internal passion, and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Definitely one of the more classic songs in their discography and shit like that too. But I always feel like this single, compared to the more overrated "How Deep Is Your Love," gets always overshadowed and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. True Drew Hill fans know and shit. You know what I'm saying? This is the
Yeah, this was a great ballad. Definitely, definitely. I love the chords on it. Vocally, the group sounded great. Singing together, and this was fire. Was this a single?
yeah, it was a
Yeah.
single, like the
Okay.
third single.
Beauty is one of my favorite songs off this album, as well as the other two that we're going to talk about in a minute. But
Oh
yeah,
yes,
I've been hearing this song for a very long time. I never get tired of it. The year I went to see Drew Hill live, of course, they did this song because it's a fan favorite,
Right.
and I still, every now and again, I will still listen to this song, even
definitely,
today.
definitely. Um, Now you're gonna get into another one of their most timeless singles. These are the
Hmm.
times.
Hmm.
Babyface returns with this song right here, which is ironically their biggest and successful song in the UK and
Oh
shit.
wow.
You know what I'm saying? So interesting.
Very.
Um, Again, I don't know what it is about these ballads. It's like you're getting ready for the it's like wedding vibes and shit like that. So
Hmm.
many people even got married to this fucking song, right?
Right.
I hear and
Hmm.
shit like that. You know what I'm saying? This was another big song. Again, Cisco. See, when Cisco is giving shit like this, he excels. Like, give him like more of the ballads and shit. Give him more of the. No, I don't want to hear all that, all that weird yodeling he be doing and shit. Give me shit like this from Cisco. You know what I'm saying?
Right. This was a great song. Definitely. I love the. It has that baby face, signature sound. The synthesizers and the beat and Babyface is a legend. He knows how to give. Giving everybody a hit record. So just like once you got Babyface doing your song, you pretty much set. So and this was a great song for them.
Yeah, these are the times is another classic song from them, of course, and anyone who's seen the video of them dressing up as like the Musketeers, and then of course you had the girl who played Lisa Turtle from Saved by the Bell. She was in the video as the love interest
Yes.
and all that, and then with anything that Babyface produced during the '90s, it was pretty much like everything you touch it turned to gold, so to speak. Because I mean, he just had that signature sound that you know right away. It's like, yep, you know exactly who produced this record,
Yeah.
and it's one of those songs that I never get tired of, and it's another one of the songs that I remember hearing live in concert, not only from these guys, but But the year my mom and I went to see Babyface live in concert back in 2021, I believe, because he had a part of during his set where he sang the songs that he produced for other artists and groups, and I remember him doing this in his set as well.
Dope, dope.
Yep.
Alright. Now, this one was almost my favorite song. The Love We Had Stays on My Mind. Now, I remember when I first heard this record, when I first heard this album, I loved it. I loved it, but then I figured out it was a cover song from the Dells, because the Dells, they did this song back in like 73 and shit like
Mm,
that. I'm gonna be real with you, I've always preferred the Drew Hill version over the Dells. I know
Mhm.
that might be
mm.
sacrilegious to a lot of diehard
Sacrilege.
soul heads and shit like that too, but and I know that might surprise a lot of people because I didn't care. I mean, I like the Love Train cover, but they not touching Confunctions. Hell, they're not even touching the Silk Sonic version and shit like that
Mm.
too. But this one was pretty dope. I liked how they modified it, made it more gay. Y'all heard that?
Uh,
You kept
My
cutting
fault.
out.
yeah, you was cutting off.
This stupid Wi-Fi is getting on my nerves. Okay. I was saying, I actually like this version more than Adele's original version.
Yeah,
This was like one of my top three favorite tracks in the album and stuff like that too. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Very perfect song. This one should have ended the album, in my opinion.
right. Yeah, it was good. I liked the ballad first. It was dope.
I first heard this song when I was in high school, and at that time I had no idea this was a cover until like I was like Google searching for it a couple of years later, and then I went back to listen to the original version. I was like, yeah, it wasn't terrible, but at the same time, I was like, I liked Drew Hill's rendition of it more. I'm sorry,
Right.
anyone who's a diehard Dells fan. I mean, that's just my opinion on it, because it's like it doesn't sound nothing like the original. Because like when you listen to it, they like Reg said, they definitely made it sound like this was their song.
Period.
Cause you wouldn't have known it was a cover of the Dells. I sure didn't back then.
Right.
Right. And it's
And it's
crazy too.
and
Oh,
yeah.
sorry, Ashley.
Oh. What I was gonna say is like we've heard a lot of covers done by artists that we didn't know that they've done before. Like but the people who make the do the cover versions, they make it sound like it was solely their song. Like some examples like I Will Always Love You, even though that was originally Dolly Parton's song. Whitney Houston killed that song.
Hmm.
And who else? A House Is Not a Home. That was originally a Dionne Warwick song, but when Luther Vandross sung that song, he made it his
Man,
own.
man, when Luther covered your song, Luther just stole your secret.
He just
Oh
stole
yeah,
it.
yeah. Like
Man,
it was like
Luther
game
would
over.
cover your song. He would give you ad libs. He would give you drive-by
Yeah.
vocal. Luther was just that nigga, man.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Nigga.
definitely. Cause when I told my mom that was a Dionne Warwick song, at first she had no idea until she saw a YouTube video, I guess, of a ceremony of them honoring Dionne Warwick at the time back in the day. That
NAACP
was how
award.
she
Yeah.
found out.
And that performance you're talking about, Ashley, that was
Hmm.
probably the best performance of House is Not a Home
Yep.
next to when he performed that at Wembley Stadium, in my opinion.
Yep. Yep.
Right. And mind you, that was Luther. And mind you, Luther lost hella weight that time too, man. And
Oh
shit.
yeah.
Skinny Luther, Fat Luther, all them Luthers can sing. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Cause
Yeah,
niggas
but
be
I
like,
wish
oh,
he
Fat
didn't do
Luther.
that yo-yo dieting thing, man.
Yeah. Cause all these motherfuckers be like,
It's
I
like
like
one
Fat
minute he
Luther.
would lose the weight, then he would gain it back, and then some, then lose it again, then gain it back, and
Right.
that's dangerous.
Yeah, man. That's why I hate when niggas be like Fat Luther, Skinny Luther. All them Luthers can still sing, man. Get the fuck out of
Which
here.
one will get
Yeah,
inducted, Lil B?
it's still the same man,
Shut the fuck up,
no matter what size he was.
Trying to like which one would get inducted. I was like, shut the fuck up. They better induct him. I'll
Yeah.
tell you right now. If Luther is not in this final list, but they put Phil Collins, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be real with you,
I
man.
know,
Collins is
but but
second in
but I
voting.
told my mom this I think either yesterday or sometime this past week. I said they should have been inducted Luther like a long time ago when he was still alive.
They're
Yeah.
gonna wait. They're gonna wait till Phil Collins is fucking senile in a wheelchair. Now, so y'all want to induct him?
Oh
Nah, y'all should have done that
Lord.
shit years ago and shit.
They always do this. It's like y'all wait
Exactly.
till somebody's no longer on this earth. That's just as bad as the Grammy Awards, because I still can't get over the fact that Gerald Levert wanted a Grammy more than anything. But the minute that man died, y'all decided
Oh,
y'all
let's
want to
just
give
give
it
him a
to,
Grammy and shit. Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah, after the man passed. Like,
hmm
really?
Oh, let's. It's like, oh, here, nigga, just take it award. Like, yeah, like, it's crazy.
That
It's
don't make
fucking
no
crazy. And
sense.
like I said, I understand what Tri's coming. Like I said, if y'all fuck with Phil Collins, y'all fuck with. I just hate the fact that y'all do this shit and stuff like that. Y'all do this shit when a motherfucker about to sick. That Ozzy Osbourne, for instance. Y'all know I fuck with Ozzy Osbourne, but he should have been so.
I've been saying that though.
It's always like that. It's like y'all
Yeah.
wait till they're either
low in the-
practically on their deathbed
Yep.
to give him the accolades that they so deserve. Like, really?
I was saying that about New Edition. I'm like, yo, they're gonna wait till somebody drop dead in New Edition to induct them. And now
Oh my
ironically,
God, no.
they got New Edition as New Edition is number one in voting right now. So they
Period.
got
Yeah, they deserve to be in. They should have been
Yeah.
inducted
Nah,
a long time ago
Wu Tang.
too.
I want fucking Wu Tang on that shit.
that needs to be in there, but they're voting Wu Tang, Lauryn Hill, and Mariah. They're like below the top 7. I don't understand
No,
it.
we gotta fix
Oh
that
my
shit.
God.
I've
Gotta
been
fix
voting every day. I've been voting every day. And they still below the top 7.
we gotta fix that shit. No,
I mean, get Billy Idol out of there and Pink.
thank
Pink need to
you,
make it this
thank
year.
you.
Get Pink out of there.
Get Oasis bitch asses out of there and shit.
Get them out of there too.
That's all that stupid Wonder. They were known for one fucking song. One
Hey, man.
fucking song.
Seriously?
I wasn't into Oasis, so
I
What is the
wasn't into
reason?
them either.
I like Pink, but Pink don't need to make it right now. First ballot? Come on.
You know what? Let's get to this last song. Cause all right. Then we got what are we gonna do? Yeah, yeah. What are we gonna do about this Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Mm,
I like the song, but I don't feel like it should have ended off the album though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good song. And again, it was wonderfully placed vocals. But at the same time, you should either end it off with The Love We Had Stayed on My Mind or Motherfuck
Or
You That Nowhere Without You interlude. But
Right.
y'all lucky this I like this song, because if I didn't, I would have said some more crazy shit.
I mean, this song is cool. It's just to me, I have an issue with the whole sequencing of the album. I don't
Yeah.
feel like this is not an album closer to me.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just the sequencing is off for this whole album.
Yeah, I agree, because at first I thought, am I the only one who thinks that the sequencing on this album was so out of sync? Because it really was. And like I mentioned earlier, that interlude that we discussed, what was it? that that Nowhere Without You interlude, I felt that should have been the closing track off this album. And what are we gonna do? Beautiful ballad. I feel like it could have been placed somewhere, like somewhere else. You know.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you about the sequencing of the album, which I'll get more into that in a minute. But overall, despite some hiccups along the way, this is actually my favorite Drew Hill album and stuff like that too. And the reason why I like this album is because they had more creative control on this project and stuff like that. I felt like, despite the overexposure of Cisco and his quote unquote unique singing and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? I felt like each of the members delivered. And honestly, again, the first half, they have the whole hip hop, excuse me, hip hop influence. But then once you got the ballads and stuff like that, I'm a sucker for albums like that. Isley Brothers, the Heat Is On album, that pretty much followed that format. You know what I'm saying? First half, they had like the funkier tracks, and then the second half, they have For the Love of You and Sensuality and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then, with this album too, you know what I'm saying? The only thing, like, I agree with Try and Ashley about is I feel like the sequencing is a bit inconsistent at times. Like, why are there an interlude, two interludes back to back in between a song and shit? Certain songs should have ended off the album and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. This is an album that definitely was Drew Hill at their peak, and in my opinion, their last great album. Stay tuned on the Drew World Order album. Stay tuned on that one, cause oh boy, that's all I'm gonna say. But this is a 4.5 out of 5.
I think the ballads on here were stronger than the first album.
Facts.
You know, I wanted more singles. The Method Man song should have been a single. Um, Maybe you add the Redman version of "How Deep Is Your Love" as a bonus track. You know, the sequencing is the main issue for me. That there's way too many ballads on here, and it starts early. Like after maybe track 4 is when you got all the ballads. So from track 5 to like track 17, and it's all ballads. That's an
Mm-hmm.
issue because like the album started off with fast songs, and then after the Method Man collab, everything else from track 5 to track 17 is all ballads.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That the sequencing was off, and it's like they over flooded the album with a shitload of ballads, and
Yeah.
there's no switch up after that.
Mm-hmm.
There's no switch up in between. You know what I'm saying? And that to me is like the main issue for this album. But I mean, it was stronger ballads on here. You know, you got to hear Woody Moore, and jazz, and I'll give it 3.5 mics. I just feel like the album sequencing was off.
Yeah, I like a lot of the stuff that both y'all are saying. Like, I have to agree because it's been years since I played Into the Drew, and to be quite honest with you, I would rather bump their first album more than this one, which is
Oh
sad to
wow.
say. And even though that there's at least three ballads that I love to this day, "Beauty," "The Love We Had," "Stay on My Mind," and "These Are the Times." I feel like so much wasn't wasn't really good on this album. Like we all can agree that the track placement was not the best. Cause like what Troy just said, it's like after track 5 going down to 17, you got like 12. You already pretty much have like 12 songs that are just nothing but ballads. It's like kind of like make it to where like, oh, you can hear one track that's really fast, and then like
Right.
one track a ballad, and like kind of switch it up every 2 or 3 tracks later, so that way you're not just hearing ballad, 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 ballad all
Hmm.
over, because after a while it's like I don't know if anyone who's really fond of these guys would want to hear all that. Like you want to switch it up,
Right.
and then too like that. I don't like the fact that what we're gonna do was the final song to end off the album, because like I mentioned before, that interlude that was like in the middle
Hmm.
that we were talking about, "Nowhere Without You," that should have been the closer,
Right.
or at least another song to really close out the album completely, because yeah, "What Are We Gonna Do" should have been like somewhere higher in the track listing. I give this 3 out of 5.
I would have made These Are the Times or Beauty, the last track.
Mm.
Period.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Period.
either nowhere without you or what is it? The love we had stayed on my mind. I
Mm.
probably would have ended the album off with one of those.
Definitely. Now, let me ask y'all one question before I end this off this video. So, who would you say is the best singer of the group so far?
Mm.
It's Cisco. I mean, Cisco. I think it's Cisco and Jazz and then Woody.
Yeah,
But
same.
they didn't. Jazz and Woody didn't get a lot of time, a lot of equal time on lead vocals because of Cisco.
Exactly. And with Nokio, like, have we ever heard Nokio sing a verse?
Nah, he like the producer. He like the Devontae of the group.
Oh, okay.
Like Devontae. We only heard Devontae on the chorus or like if he would like talk his little shit in the beginning of the track.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like even with Nokia, I thought Nokia would be a super producer because he did the Eve What Y'all Really
Yeah.
Want. He did DMX What These Bitches Want. He did CNN Y'all Don't Want. You know what I'm saying? Like in
Mm.
hip hop, he had some joints. I'm like I thought he's gonna be like a super producer, but he wasn't.
Mm.
You know what I'm
Didn't he
saying? So
become like an A&R executive or something?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
Angie Martinez, baby daddy. That's what he is.
Really?
Yeah,
That
he
He
I
has a song.
is?
never.
That's him. Yeah, he has a song with
Damn,
Angie
man.
Martinez.
Angie been around the block. Damn.
I had no
Yeah,
idea.
they son is like big now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he had a song with
Oh
Angie.
wow. Oh wow.
Wait, did he produce some shit
But Angie, I don't know. I ain't listened to Angie albums though. She can't rap.
on Angie's albums?
I don't know. I ain't listened to her shit. But I felt like that was
Wow.
just like she was trying to be a rapper and she couldn't rap.
Yeah, we did a review on that album. Yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot we did.
fresh.
Shit. But yeah, I'm gonna end this off right here because I gotta get ready for work tomorrow. But this has been a fun review. I'll probably do Cisco's first solo album next week. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be
Mm.
so fun. Thong song and all that
And a
crazy
lot a
shit.
lot better than was it Drew Order? That shit.
Yeah, I'll,
Yeah,
I'll I'll give you that.
I never listened to Drew Hill Order, so
Ashley,
not good.
you're gonna be in for a big surprise.
oh boy.
But
Lady Red said I liked her verse in Ladies Night. She had somebody write that for her though.
Wait, really?
Yeah, she had ghostwriters. She didn't write that shit.
Oh wow.
She had Jay Z was writing for her at the time, and there was like other writers that was writing for her.
I thought Q-Tip wrote that shit for a
Q-Tip, she
while.
was dating Q-Tip also. Yeah, Q-Tip was probably writing for her.
Shit.
Mm.
I'm gonna be real with you. That Ladies
Mm.
Night remix was cool, but I still fuck with the original,
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
that too.
the sexier
yeah,
version of Not Tonight. Where,
yeah.
yeah, man. But I might probably do another review hopefully later on this week and shit like that too. So y'all be on the lookout for that. Um,
Mm.
what y'all got? What y'all got? What y'all got to say before we head out into it?
She
Yeah,
said it
shout
was
out to
good.
Lady Reds, man. That shout out to homegirl right there.
And Angie Martinez is a great interviewer, but she can't rap. She knows she can't rap. That's why she went back to doing interviews. You Tomorrow I'm going live with Rocker Bash and Ray Lansky, Uncle Freezy. You
Oh,
know,
Freezy.
yes.
Let me. I'm gonna roll up. I'm gonna roll up
I
tomorrow.
mean, he might be there. I don't know. Like, if depending on if the Knicks play. If the Knicks play, he ain't gonna be there. If the Knicks don't play, I mean, we play tonight, so I don't know
Mm.
if we're gonna. I don't think they play tomorrow, but he might show up.
I,
Echoes of Essence. That's where we be at on his channel. Subscribe to that. Raw Takes on Filtered Friday nights, 9 p.m. Me and the homie movie AV Impulse. Subscribe to that channel. Yo, so yeah, I got some stuff coming up, man.
hey yo, Freezy, if you're watching this, Isley Brothers is the greatest R&B band ever. Ashley,
Yeah,
what you got?
bro. The
Mm.
shit he be saying about Isley Brothers is just wild, bro.
Is this was
Oh
disrespectful?
Lord.
Like, come on.
I don't get it.
Mm.
EPMD, Isley Brothers. I'm like,
Bro,
nigga.
Oh my God.
yeah.
I'll see you tomorrow, Charlie. I'll talk to you tomorrow. So yeah. What about you, Ash?
Mm, I ain't really got much going on. Just still doing my online schooling, and and getting back to work week after next. So
Oh,
All right, yeah. Gotta get that bill. Gotta get that money and shit.
yep,
You know
yep.
what I'm saying? Because the fact that it's Walmart and it's a dozen of eggs for $7 is crazy. But I'm not gonna waste my breath on that.
Yeah, like I remember paying for a 2 gallon thing of milk um last week, and I paid like over $6
wow,
for a gallon
Jesus.
of milk. Really,
crazy.
Well, that's
I
their
shouldn't be
president.
have to be paying that much for milk.
Well, that's their president that's caused all this. But
Oh
I'm
my
gonna end this
god,
off.
I will never claim that idiot.
I'm gonna end this off
You will
right here.
never hear me utter them words.
Hell no.
No,
No. But I'm gonna end this
no.
off right here. I hope y'all have a good night. I will see y'all motherfuckers when I see y'all. Peace.
All right, peace.